All right, I call the infrastructure Oklahoma County meeting to order. The meeting was properly posted on August 23rd. I'll take a roll call on districts present. District 1, District 2 present, District 3
Present.
All right, we have quorum. We'll proceed. First item is number 1, approval of the minutes.
Motion to approve.
Okay, I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good there. All right, item 2, discussion, possible action regarding ARPA projects to include, but not limited to scope, funding, schedule, and incidentals. Stacy?
We'll wait for the owner's rep.
All right, cool. Oh my goodness, and we have a special guest today. All right. Chair will recognize District 1. Attendant.
For the recognition?
Yes, yeah. Glad to have you on board. All right, we'll defer the ARPA projects to the owner's rep. Item number 3, discussion possible action regarding TIF 2 and TIF 2A. Stacy?
The TIF 2A now reflects the reimbursement we got for the elevators, $2,050,000. Shows the balance that we can still get. It's about 2.9
Okay.
from that TIF 2A, and that's on the latest spreadsheet.
All right. Any questions for Stacy? All right, I'll accept a motion to approve his report.
You have it.
Second.
It's moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 4, discussion possible action regarding capital improvements list. Not limited.
We received bids on the 11th floor stairwell in the courthouse. The purchasing department's evaluating those bids now.
Okay.
As well as facilities and myself to see if we want to award that or not.
Okay. Any questions for Stacy? I'll accept a motion to approve his report.
So moved.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Departmental items. Excuse me. Discussion possible action regarding owner's rep report on ARPA projects presented by William White. Welcome.
We'll start off with the elevators. We have 4 of the 6 line item contracts complete. We're preparing for a pre-construction on September 4th. Kone is, quote, booking equipment and manufacturing dates currently. Basically what this is an internal booking of the orders for all the new elevators and when those elevators are equipment expected to hit the site, and then we'll revise our schedule. But we'll know more on the 4th. The court clerk social distancing 5th floor. We're working through the layout, mechanical. We had meetings last week with Mr. Warren on finishes. We'll have a meeting this week on finishes, and should have project out to bid hopefully next month or the month of October, and be able to proceed. And that will correlate with the asbestos removal, which is progressing. I think most of us would agree it's probably at 50%, 60% level right now.
Would you say we're 5 weeks away from the asbestos removal to be finished?
Yeah, at first, that was the goal, was around the 1st of October.
Okay.
And at the same time, we'll be putting the bids out, the plans out for bids on the finishes of the 5th floor. So I think we'll be fine time-wise.
Okay.
Clerk's books, the south side painting and sealing are complete. They've started moving some of their books in there. We're working on the north side. We're going to revise, Ms. Treat is going to revise the layout on the north side, and we're working through that right now. Other than that, we're progressing. Facilities is going to help us with lighting, is our goal, and currently we are trying to work through the temporary mechanical conditioning design, and we're working with Cooley that's doing the first annex security also with United, who's doing the BAV contract that's been ongoing throughout the building. So we have weekly meetings and we're working through that.
When you say the temporary, right, while the other project's going on, is that?
Right,
Yeah.
we need to maintain condition
Understand.
space for the
Yeah.
books while
Thank
the
you.
other project's going on.
Right, thank you.
So we have about 90 to 120 days that we'll have to provide a temporary solution. Currently, the thinking may be to provide, because the pricing was high, a more permanent solution would be a redundant system to protect the books if the main system went down.
So the temporary solution has not been worked out yet, is that correct?
That's
Okay.
correct.
And you think we'll have that worked out when?
Hopefully in the next 14 days, 2
Okay.
weeks. That's our goal. We're meeting today on it.
Okay,
We've been having meetings pretty much every day on it.
thank you.
Annex security, right now we are gonna postpone the construction portion. We do not have the DOL, Department of Labor, asbestos abatement plan approved. The county will need 2 or 3 weeks to make everyone aware of what we're doing, and we need to review the plan ourselves and along with security. So the first phase is asbestos removal. And so that's going to shut down the mechanical. We need to have our temporary HVAC in place. But right now we don't have a DOL plan to finalize the temporary mechanical. So it's at DOL. It's everyone agrees it's running a little bit behind. They don't know why, but we have not received it yet.
So they've had it, they've had the ability to proceed on it, it just has not happened.
DOL has, yes.
Yeah.
I think they've had it for over 3 weeks.
What's the normal time frame on that? 10 days?
No comment. I don't know. So after we receive it back, Mr. Ponder's group, the facilities will evaluate it, and then we have to be sure that we have all our cameras and we're not interrupting any of the security requirements. So we'll have a little time to review what's finally approved. Drainage culvert is probably over 80% complete, looking at early 2025 completion. And behavioral health services, they are beginning, I think DD3 was submitted Friday with CDs to begin shortly. We're reviewing plans and architectural, mechanical, and also cost. Existing jail HVAC, we're reviewing the preliminary submittal on the review of the existing facility. We have concerns on 2 or 3 areas that we're working with engineering to review cost and requirements of that. Basically, we have quite a few unit prices, as you know, in our contract, and we're trying to accumulate everything we need before we start work. And finally, the loading dock, hopefully the leveler will be installed in this week, early next week, and we'll be done with that project and closed out by the 1st of October.
How are we looking monetarily on that project now that we're getting closer to the end?
On the leveler?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we're good.
so good.
Yeah. I do want to note that there was one of the doors was damaged the new doors was damaged and they're replacing it.
You mean it came in that way?
Huh?
It came in damaged?
No. It was installed. It was operational.
Okay.
One of the trucking services just hit it.
Okay. And then back just to the existing jail HVAC, you still have you still have it within all required guidelines. You're still
Yes, yeah.
confident in the timing on that?
I'm confident in the timing. We just need to really discuss a couple of the change order costs or, expected change orders.
And then back to the annex security, I assume that it's probably you anticipate DOL to be able to have some recommendations and suggestions of changing it, right? It would be fantasy to think they would just say,
Correct.
proceed.
Correct.
But you're still not concerned about
No,
scheduling that one.
the construction schedule is 40 weeks. So the funds are encumbered.
Mhm.
The schedule's 40 weeks. 2026 isn't a problem. It's just coordinating the correct start date.
Okay. Any questions? I'll
Move to receive report. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks.
Second.
thank you. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 6, discussion possible action regarding an update on the meetings of the Citizens Oversight Advisory Board.
They meet tomorrow at 1:30 in this room.
All right, item number 7, update regarding the first floor West Hall ARPA project. Item number 167. Marissa, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you. This really goes with Mr. White's update, but we wanted, and I think it really should have been attached, but I have asked Aaron in my office to start taking over updating the spreadsheet from Chantel, because Chantel has other projects that she needs to focus on. So Aaron is switching that out for me. So the spreadsheet attached is the most recent. It's updated a little bit more than the one that was attached with the previous agenda item. So really our goal is just to always make sure that this committee has an updated spreadsheet so that everybody's on the same page. As I was looking back through it, the one thing that I would say is, I don't know if these are numbered, but 1, 2, probably the third page, first phase, south space, related to the rolling shelves. We need to visit with Cooley regarding that because all of the pieces were not there, so we ended up having to throw that away or remove it from our, what am I trying to say? From our list, our inventory. But that was thrown away, so we need to revisit that item. The other one is there's some confusion related to the shelving. On the north side, there are shelves that currently hold books. There was a conversation about moving those shelves into a temporary storage space, which if you're downstairs, where the staff set in their office space, we're using that kind of as a storage space as all this is going on. There was a discussion about moving the shelves, putting them there until the northwest space was available. Then there was another conversation about not taking them down, but just moving them to their final living place and then being able to move the book. So there's a little bit of confusion there. We're trying to work through that. We will, and I'll continue to provide updates. And then the lighting, I don't know if Keith wants to come join me. I know that was brought up. There is a little bit of confusion on that as well. I, as you know, I'm not a contractor, but I thought when the lights came down, when they removed the lights, when they did the abatement, that those lights went somewhere, they were kept safe, and then they would be put back up into the ceiling. So I simplified it a little bit, but I don't think that that's the case. And so now we are having to look to purchase lights, which is not originally part of this discussion. So Keith, I don't know if you want to add more to that.
First, those lights that were there needed to be thrown away. New lights, LEDs, put into position. However, they need to, a lighting layout needs to be put in place so that the shelving is properly illuminated. And I know the position of the shelving has changed a little bit. So once we get a final determination as to what the alignment of the shelving is, we can get back with our electricians, see what lighting options are available and what those costs are going to be. We can fund those any way you see fit.
So we'll continue to work on it, provide you all updates. You're always welcome to call, but our goal is to stay under that 134 designated for the ARPA project on this. That is our goal, and we'll continue to try to stay within that. But that's our update.
Thank you. Any questions?
Move to receive report.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, are there any citizens' participation? Any new business? Board comments? One, three, none here. All right, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Move and second. All those in favor to adjourn, say aye. Well, yeah, when I get the agenda though is, yeah, it took me to one that was, okay, good. It was old. It was back in July. Are you in?
Mm-hmm.
Open, are you ready? All right, I'll call to order meeting of the PBA Advisory Board. Meeting was properly posted on August 23rd. All three districts are present. Item number one is discussion and possible action regarding the minutes of August 12th.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number two, discussion and possible action regarding the ARPA capital project. Stacy, do you have anything here?
The only thing I wanted to discuss maybe before Bill comes up is the ICB building. You know, the original budget we had on that was about 9.7 million. We hired a contractor. The first number out's about 14 million on that project. Some of the scope creep on that is we had to brace that building so it doesn't twist to a greater degree than we originally thought. We had to have the internal stairwell put in that this board's talked about. We have the 4-pipe system for HVAC that this board's talked about, which kicks off a little bit of electrical. So that's where the delta is in that project, and we're working through that right now. But we are gonna exceed the budget on that, and we've got ideas for additional funds.
Which also affects the reporting and everything with the ARPA. Is that right? Going over the 10 million?
Well, the ARPA piece of that's only 3. It was for the
Okay.
internal. The external was funded by bonds.
Yeah, okay.
And then we're gonna take some other funding to make all these things happen.
Yeah.
That need to happen, I mean, as we've discussed.
Any further questions? Accept a motion to receive report.
So moved.
Second.
Let's move and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number three, discussion and possible action regarding placing concrete crash barriers along the curb in front of Lincoln Building for security purposes. Keith?
Yeah, it's not just crash barriers, although that is what's listed here. The election board had done a homeland security audit and had made me aware of some of the issues that needed to be addressed. They talked about bollards, they talked about protective coverings, a film of some sort on the windows like we'd put here. And I reached out to my friend Brian Jasper, and he had come up with some crash barriers, much like what we'd put over there in Metro 1 after we had that incident. I have photographs today of the driveway leading to the election board offices, the election board offices windows, and then an example of the barriers that are provided to us for this use.
I'll move to receive the documents.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
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 there may be some pushback that we would encounter. The crash barriers, I would suggest, are a useful tool, although not beautiful or elegant. They do the job. What I'd like to do is provide for these things to be installed in that location out there to protect the offices. If you look at the driveway to the election board offices, that's a long, straight run. And I think their concerns are certainly warranted. We're working on pricing for protective film. I don't know what that will come back like yet. I remember when we did the work for the annex, we used a company out of Florida. I hope that's not the case this time. We don't have that many windows to protect. But what I'd like to do is be uniform across the front of the building. So the use of protective barriers and also film across the entire frontage. That's where we're headed.
So we have these barriers in stock, is that correct?
Yes, Brian Jasper sourced these for us and was able to procure them at no cost. So they're available today. When I talked with Doug Sanderson and the election board staff out there, you know, I apologize that these things aren't beautiful, and he didn't have any problem with that. He was more concerned about the safety of the folks inside the office for sure, and actually suggested placement. So where you see those cones, these barriers would be placed just along the curb there. And I think to be uniform, that needs to happen across the front of the building.
Are you wanting anything from us?
No, I'm
Other
just going to
than-
bring this back at the next PBA
Okay.
meeting so that everyone here is aware. I've copied in an email each of your offices. I have included the election board personnel and also our folks out at ACOG. So this will be coming to you on Wednesday.
Thank you, Keith.
All right.
Motion to receive report.
Thank you.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to receive report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 4, discussion and possible action regarding update from owner's representative for PBA ARPA projects. Welcome.
Emergency ops, 100% documents are complete, been reviewed. We'll have meetings this week on the front-end specifications. You should see solicitations go out under our contractor's name, Lingo, for the subcontractor quotes next week. Also, bid day, we will invite purchasing to attend at Lingo's office if they wish, but they'll have that opportunity. Then we'll review the bids and update the final budget. Elevators, as discussed earlier, we're booking those orders and we'll have that September 4th. ICB, as Keith, as Stacy talked, we have currently trying to divide the budget into 3 areas: the ARPA, the utilities, and the exterior. And we're working through those budget items.
Motion to receive report.
Second.
Thank you, Bill.
All right, it's moved and seconded to receive report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Item number 5, discussion possible action regarding update on Investors Capital Building exterior. Keith, do you have any report on the ICB exterior? All right, item number 6, same said on ICB interior. Keith, do you have any report on item number 6? All right. Any citizens to participate? Any new business? Board comments, 1 or 3?
Thank
None
you.
here. All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Been moved and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.